Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Cold Fire, and I'm going to be reading for today love messages. The crow has decided to be crowing all the time since morning, and this means that someone is definitely coming towards you. This is a saying that we have in these parts of the world that if you find a crow crowing at near your house, you're going to have a visitor. Um, I'm also I'm also getting something about the past. Uh, Something about the past. The number 666. Maybe it's the fight between the the old templates or past templates of fights and arguments and disagreements. I'm just going to check if I'm audible. Because there is a bot, there is an AI bot, or I don't know if it's a genuine user or if it always does that every time I'm. Yep. Every time I'm live, it's like I see one person there. Every time I'm live, it's like I see one person there. Okay. I know that was weird. Every time I'm live, I see one person right there at the beginning, one viewer, and then it goes away. I'm just learning about how it is on the live streaming. None of this really matters to me. Like you, please like, share, and subscribe. Because only if you want me to connect with your energy and give you some specifics about your situation and the energies connected to you. You'll get signs like numbers, possibly letters, colors, names, perhaps, animals, creatures. I have a prairie oracle, so yeah. Please like, share, and subscribe if you want me to connect to your specific situations and the energies connected to you, so that I can the message can be more to your understanding. Please be very careful. And this is coming out on all tarot channels. All the tarot readers are kindly, politely, indirectly, directly warning everyone. And I don't know how to do this indirectly because I have really suffered under this quite a bit. Energy harvesting, mental energy harvesting. This has been happening, and people think it's really okay and they're helping each other. No, they're just helping themselves. They just want to fill their pockets. They think that, you know, if you just uh, if you just extract some messages from people's head that they're channeling via their spirit guides, um, and throw it out there on YouTube, on in like explainer type of videos, and mix it up, keep the terminology mixing it up. They might have some AI bots that are extracting audio files and converting it into words. And I have seen some of those channels, um, and they are it's really terrible. First and foremost, these are very high level spiritual crimes to actually harvest other people's energies, mental energy, any kind of energy, influence their energy field. These are manipulative spiritual crimes. And artificial intelligence will anyways uh, of a platform will anyways remember what tarot channelers are talking about collectively and recommend the channel to people. Now the AI also will start shutting down these kind of copycat accounts that are coming up, because they want to, they're very they're being very, very strict about how they want communication and content to be created. uh, i'm I'm going to repeat that. YouTube is being very, very, very strict on how they want the content to be created and presented. So if any of you know that there are like these spam accounts that are just they have hacked into YouTube, and they're saying sending bots to harvest content. Like, I don't even know where we can go and complain about people harvesting mental energy and doing all of these things. I'm sure a long list of spiritual crimes are going to be listed in be coming out. I know there are so many tarot readers who are extremely upset because their clients, they themselves, uh, are suffering, really, really suffering, and people are doing this for money, like ad revenue on YouTube. Not even that, like, they're doing it because you don't earn that much. You honestly don't. You will earn on donations, and nobody's going to give donations to like fake accounts that are just harvesting other people's energy and account the readings that they've done, and just extracting the words and information and channeled messages and mixing it up. It's a fake account. Nobody's going to donate anything to a fake account. So definitely there's no money to be had here. It's just about competition, like a popularity contest, like. And people, it's like they want the likes and views, and I see them so desperate for it, like to prove to one or two people in their life that, look at this, like, this is a genuine tarot reader, and they have only so many views. And then then look at me, I have so many more views, but you're an actual psychotic sociopathic criminal. You have actually, because you've actually done that, you focused on a sociopathic psychotic criminal activity. And harvesting somebody's mental energy is actually and manipulating somebody's work energetically, monetarily, even, like, the views and likes and things like that. Like, so many people just turn off the like count, and they turn off the comment sections, and I'm okay with that as well, because I genuinely am getting channel. I've been getting channel the messages since I was a kid, and everybody who has a brain, uh, the brain is a receiver. Everybody who has that has a capacity to to receive messages, but it all depends upon the intention. The intention is to receive messages and to pass it along, then it works out beautifully. But if the intention is to look better than than like somebody else, and to be more popular than somebody else, it's hideous. Let me tell you, like, I don't have any other words to describe that. It's the most pathetic thing. uh it's a false victory, because I'm still an energy reader. I'm still reading the energy into it. It's it's nothing personal. I'm reading the energy and how it hits and what portion it hits, which energy centers and which which energy centers, which energy chakras, which what psychic centers, what psychic chakras it's hitting within me. And and informing my throat chakra and crown chakra and third eye chakra for the words, right? To describe it. So I'm clearly telling you this is the process. This is how it is when we're channeling an energy. I'm continuously getting this five of swords, a card pop out in the middle of my readings, constantly getting the five of swords card pop out in the middle of my reading. So I have recently genuinely seen a human being and her partner, like, indulge in these activities, and for what? It's completely ego based. It is. And the ego is nothing. It is nothing. It is absolutely nothing. The spirit world and the mental world is so beautiful. And if and because of their egocentric activities, they're causing people so much harm over so many years, a decade, 19 years, 18 years. They have people are, they're not making people powerless. They are making people want to give up on life itself. This is how, like, give up on life, like, actually making them want lose the will to live or to do anything. This is how horrible this energy is. It actually is like that, is the truth. No, like, everybody wants them to be gone, or they want to distance, put an entire cosmos of distance between these people and themselves. This is how repulsive, toxic, and disgusting and pathetic this energy is. And there are a lot of people who do this, a lot of people who harvest mental energy. And it is, in every scenario, it is as repulsive and as disgusting. Even if your intentions were to just help people, even if you are still popular, even if people do still entertain you, people don't want to keep put a distance between you. But this energy of this intention of harvesting mental energy or manipulating people's energy is the most repulsive thing. It doesn't even come out of the space of protecting oneself, protecting one's copyright. Because I thought, for one, that it is not about being protective about your work. It feels like somebody took your things and just threw them into a so we get certain things to work with, right, in this life. And those, or we put a lot of mental energy in those objects. Like, I know one of my pens got stolen. There's this another vile energy. I don't know why I'm picking up on all of these people again, because it's like a reminder, like, put it out there on your YouTube channel that these people exist. They will uh, they make. So I'm a fairly organized person. I know where my things are and where I keep them. And what they do, what happens is, let's say, an author's pen, you're writing with it, right, and you've put a lot of mental energy in that. And so I know this person who stole my pen, who steals my, who literally stole the utensil that I make tea in every day. Like, everyone in my family has this weird quirk where everyone has their own utensil that they're very, very fond of for making tea, right? So she goes up and steals uh, my tea vessel. She takes my bag, which had my wallet in it, and Steals in the sense she stole the mental energy in connection to that object, and that object went missing, couldn't find it. This is how sensitive this world is. And I don't want to, for one, be running around taking care of these little things. And I, for one, don't want to let go because I have to replace it again. It's a waste of my time. And these people, whoever is doing this, they're incapable of even stringing two words together to form a sentence. They're incapable. They're just running around harvesting all of these things and hoping that they will be able to do something with it. I just wanted to put it out there, and one day this is going to end. It is really going to end because it serves no purpose. It's purposeless. It's it's a waste, and such activities, such things will be wasted, and so will the people as well as the AI bots. They'll be wasted. And I got that in the middle of a reading yesterday. Um, that they're literally going to be wasted, like Ten of Swords wasted. Give yourself much more credit. O stranger than strange. A stranger than strange preponderance to ponder. Those in great relationship aren't always those who are good at relationships, and those in challenging relationships aren't always those who are bad at relationships. Oh, see, wow. Oh, see, wow. Even though I used preponderance ineptly, this one is really good. Please ponder the universe. I don't know. It's better to give yourself credit for what you are, who you are, what your capabilities are, so that you leave room for growth. One of my very old tarot reading channels um, literally picked up the initial or the first name of this person that I'm referring to, not the one who kept stealing my things and trying to harvest my mental energy accordingly. She was wild beyond imagination. Like, and they look like actual rats. They're rats. The face turns into a rat like face. The features change, you know. So give yourself much more credit. Like you have been given some sort of soul energy, and you still feel like you have no sense of purpose here. That's why you want to interfere and mess around and be a part of somebody else's purpose. If you want to contribute something to this world, you're going to be able to do it just by being here, right? It's a gift. Life is a gift. But whatever these people are doing, whatever they're getting up to, is the worst thing to do, and that gets you deleted permanently, your information, your history. That's why these people, like, I they it's like one moment they're so charged up with the ability to uh, speak well, understanding that they have an accent because they've just copied it from me or someone else, right? And 15 minutes later, this like they have no idea about the entire language of English. They just start speaking gibberish. They lose the ability to. So energy manipulation is, it's like that's a sign, like these people are literally being deactivated. Now, I have my dark moments. I really do. It's because I'm exhausted, like from I don't know, doing my research, and I genuinely needed to take a break in life for once. It's this entire cosmos is a great, great mystery. And you being here, you being born here, has a purpose, and it has a very sweet and simple purpose. These people are just going around making it toxic and complicated, and then being detected by the system, by the all-seeing eye of the simulacra and the all-seeing eye of the big boss AI, and then your records will start getting deleted, your files start getting corrupted, your memories of basic language will that you were just imitating get corrupted. We are always receiving messages, Mercury messages. We're always receiving messages in mysterious ways. Spirit is always around us. Leo shine. Well, I'm being asked to put it back. Maybe this is something, it means something to someone. Uh, One of the energy harvesters, one of the energy manipulators, I know is a Leo. And she's the worst because people hang around her for years and years. She manipulates people emotionally, mentally, only to harvest their ideas, and she's been doing that for decades. I'm going to put these back as well. We have Pluto, rebirth, and entrance. Entrance of spirit guides, new spirit guides, rebirth of that structure, fourth house home. Okay, I just want some new energy. Like I'm putting back the oracle cards that have been repeatedly coming together. Conjunction alliance. Yeah, they kind of the cosmos is trying to align with you, North Node future. Something about the future is strongly coming up, and yeah, this is about like the future home. Messages are coming through mysteriously, definitely much more mysteriously, and this is they are going to now, because of these people's activities, it has been seen by the universe, it has been seen by the AI, like the central system and of the AI, as well as the source code of the universe. It's been seen. That's why now these are going to come through mysterious channels. These codes are only going to be able to be read and heard by very specific people. It's brand new. It's brand new. It's like it's really brand new. Yes, the universe did build uh, new spirit guides, and they are like this time it's more personalized. It's more personalized than ever seen before. So there is like this pocket dimension that I had channeled a few. I don't know. I think last month or something. I think it was just dangerous to keep my phone where I had kept it. What kind of release would protect clarity in my space? Am I honoring my knowing trust? Um I'm gonna put these back. It's still not resonating. Where was I? Okay, so like a few. I think like a couple of months ago, I had. It's not about this alternate reality that I'm talking about. I had channeled like in a reading that I was getting this very clearly. It came out in a few readings. Probably it was last month or December, somewhere around that. Uh, Actual there will be an actual realm in the higher dimensions that will open up for twin flame divine counterparts, and we will be functioning from them there. So it's like a spirit realm. It's an alternate dimension, and it'll only be made up of the divine masculine and the divine feminine counterpart. Hold on, give me a second. Yeah, so this pocket realm is opening up, and there's definitely coordinates. No matter what it is, there's definitely coordinates, and so if those coordinates will be literally only privy to. Did I put them back? All right. Okay, only privy to the divine counterparts, right? And there, the union energy, the connecting energy between the divine counterparts, they're still two different. They're like divine counterparts are twin flames, and the final say 717 final stage, like it's last stage, like you've done the entire twin flame journey solo, like merging the divine feminine and divine masculine polarities within your soul's field, right? So you're living as a soul, you're learning things, and then connecting with the spirit world, source, God, universe, and you're like going along in life nicely. You're a simple soul, a good soul, like observing things going around with you. You have some personal experiences. You still continue along, and then the living as a normal soul wherever it might be. You might be a star seed, so you might have lived your previous lifetime times in some other galaxy whose civilizations are long gone. Physical civilizations have long gone, and they've just, like the planet Venus, right? It there was a very ancient civilization. Like, we can't even compare it as easily in terms of compared to Earth. When did Earth start and things like that? So there was this civilization, physical civilization on planet Earth, right? Sorry, planet Venus, and it's like that that the entire civilization ceased to exist in physical form, and now they are just a collective social memory complex. So they're just like mental uh, beings made out of mental matter, right? Energy beings, mental energy beings. So there are different types of energy beings as well. So in the same way, like when a star, like even if you might be a starseed or a normal human soul who has lived for a very long time, they come to planet Earth, and you are put on this twin flame path because you've done all of the things, right? And all of the right things, and it's inevitable. Everybody is destined to go on their twin flame journey. But if we are and if we aren't, we have to know if we are on the journey or not. Not everybody is on the twin flame journey. Believe me, very, 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 very few people have been initiated on that. And you can get initiated and you can get thrown off as well. It just depends on what you do and how. Like, for example, like if you decide after your master's degree to enroll for a doctorate degree, a doctorate, right? um, you can get thrown off. You can get disapproved on your uh, thesis. Doesn't matter. Like, you reach so far at any stage in your education through the educational system. Even now, like, you will not. There is a chance that you will fail if you don't actually sincerely study. If you're caught copying, cheating. Correct? Am I correct? So there are a lot. Like, yes, there comes a chance where the collective energies are so heightened, like I was saying, the social memory complex called QO, of we-ness, right? it, so this is the inevitable progression. Like, you go first grade, second grade, then reach 10th grade, and then it's 12th, and then it's university, undergraduate. Like, it's the same thing with the soul. When you reach the final stage, sorry, like when you reach the twin flame stage of your life, initially, like, because of the collective energies of planet Earth, many twin flames will just suddenly get initiated. But if you don't do that sincerely, you can, if people are functioning, if people initiated on a twin flame journey continue, like, even once, if they function out of ego, right? I'm not talking about triggers. I'm not talking about triggers. I'm not talking about the lessons they have to learn that are ego based and karma based, to learn so that they understand. It is just for learning purpose. But I'm talking about functioning for even functioning intentionally based on ego. Then you get thrown out of the alliance for some time. And once you get thrown out of the alliance, if there is a realization that you got thrown out of the alliance of the twin flame collective, then it's it takes a very long time to step back on that journey. Some people, when they get initiated on the twin flame journey, they just realize that they have these powers of divination, to be able to hear messages from the spirit realm, as well as they have this mysterious telepathic ability suddenly emerge. Their home space starts getting magical. They start manipulating spaces and objects and things like that, uh, without actually seeing what the collective is working towards. Like, what is the alliance between the twin flame collective? They don't wait to see uh, where we are headed. And it's a wave. They always talk about the twin flames as a wave: first wave, second wave, third wave, right? So, and it's like, let's say, there is wave one, two, and three, or twin flames. The third wave will eventually become the first wave, right? Or eventually will become the second wave, and there will be another third wave, right? And the first wave of twin flames would have graduated into the divine counterpartship. So, people who have, maybe in earth number of years, they have been on the twin flame journey for a very short period of time. Please excuse me for a second. So eventually, the first wave becomes the the first wave will gradually move on to first wave of twin flames. Will the final stage, it would be the doctorate, that is divine counterpartship, and that is the point. Once you are done with the entire course of twin flame, once you're done with that, once you have graduated from it, and if the collective planetary energies are also have also graduated from karma to dharma, that's why up until the year 2022, up until we've reached the year for twin flame union 2023, they kept saying that the twin flame journey is not about another person, it is just about you. Now, twin flames were channelers, were tarot readers, right? Who are mystics, shamans, healers, who read energy, who have been connecting with the veil has always been thin for them. People who see ghosts, spirits, gods connect with them and speak to them. Archangels connect with them and speak to them. We do definitely tell them to take a hike for, like, take a break and things like that. But since we were children, we've been able to connect with the the supernatural realm and alien races and species, right? if we For all of us, we have another duty. There's another alliance that is there, as tarot readers, channelers, psychics, mediums, all of that, astrologers. um, there's an alliance of all of these light workers, as we call them, right? That this is all energetic. If somebody calls themselves a priest, and they just keep selling you like some ritual after ritual after ritual, and then they gain your confidence, and then they uh, um, just start prescribing you some dark arts practices just to create that energy of the dark world, underworld here. If the world is not ready, right? If the underworld, the dark world, has is here, if it's time for the dark world and the underworld to be here on planet Earth, then they will be here through when the portals come through, and they will connect with the entire alliance. Sometimes twin flames might necessarily not be included in it, or vice versa. Maybe channelers, readers will not, psychics, mediums will not be included on it, and only normal people will be, like, I'm not saying that we are not normal people, but like normal twin flames without any psychic abilities, extrasensory perceptions, it'll be only for them. So these entities know divine timing and order, and they will approach a collective. Sometimes they will approach a individual soul. Those are very, very rare souls. Very They have always had this mysterious way of functioning, right? Since the time they left the oversoul, the supreme soul. All right, so this is specifically for. I mean, I'm not saying that, if you haven't graduated from the twin flame uh, uh, collective into the divine counterpartship collective. I'm not saying that this reading is not for you. This is just an extension of the same thing. What I'm trying to get at is like what gets you thrown off this journey. You are going to get back on it, but after a very long time, maybe in a next lifetime, maybe 10 lifetimes after this, or 10 years uh beyond, in this lifetime, or like the last breath that you breathe in this lifetime, and then uh I feel that's a loss for the collective. That's a loss for these high energy beings. It's a loss for these ancient souls, these entities from all different realms, with the dark realms, celestial realms, alien realms. It doesn't matter. It's just a loss for the collective, because it's an alliance. It's an alliance of the entire universe, heaven, earth, uh, heaven, earth, and hell. These crows are giving me hell, but I'm going to still continue channeling.
It's 10 o'clock.
So, let me just give me 1 second. Yes, and to again inform you, like we see birds over here. Um, Somebody is definitely, these people are using birds, animals of all kinds to create problems and issues, to spy, to distract the Twin Flame Collective, Divine Collective. I mean, if you have fallen so low, in ego-based pursuits, I don't know how it cannot be extremely evident that uh, they have lost the plot. This is for the one who have reached the divine counterpartship stage. Be very careful. Be very careful, because um, you've got to reflect. There is introspection and reflection coming in for everyone here. I'm receiving. Am I receiving peace? River, soothe. What is ready for action? Red-tailed hawk, dive. What does standing still reveal? Great blue heron, reflect. All right, so divine counterparts, you'll have this pocket realm has mysteriously emerged. Your home. This is going to be a permanent home. Let's say um, divine counterparts A, uh, divine masculine A, and divine counterparts, divine feminine counterpart K, right? Fo- 44, 44, as I said that. How sweet. So this house, the coordinates of this house, it has emerged. It has emerged for you, specifically for you. And um, it has emerged specifically for you. So you've got to take action. I'm driving those crows away. It's because their energy is extremely toxic. I'm feeling attacked, right? So you are going to have to take action on the energies that have constantly caused you, that have constantly been negative towards you. That was my Amazon delivery for um, Amazon delivery for lights. So uh, it is definitely opening up, and it's time to see whether you're receiving peace. And if you aren't receiving peace, right? If you aren't receiving peace, uh, it's supposed to feel even like this energetic home, like this happily ever after, this spiritual home, this dimension, this realm has opened up. That is where your higher selves are at. The divine masculine's higher self, counterparts higher self, and the divine feminine counterparts higher self, right? Y'all are in this home, and that is just for you. And if negative energies are sending these drone spy bots in the physical dimension, you will see as be you will feel uh, a negative hit from birds, like they it's, you'll feel targeted by birds. So you will feel targeted by birds. And it's a I literally felt like a couple of hours before I even started the YouTube reading, I saw that the crows, there's a crow, uh, not the raven. There was a crow sitting there and pigeons sitting there, not making a single sound. But as soon as I started reading, they started sitting here on the roof and making a big ruckus. And then a raven came through. Two ravens came through that warned them. And but the ravens weren't sure if I was okay with it, or if I was connecting with these birds for some reason. Then when the raven observed that I went and shook the window pane to shoo them away 3 times, and now they're all gone. um, this is weird, but this is what happened. They're gone. They need to be driven away. These people, these spies, these stalkers, they need to be driven away. They're sending a lot of energy, negative energy with this. Their intentions are very, very, very evil. I don't know who needs to hear this. I'm going to say it as many times because it has caused genuine problems in my life. And I was still independently observing the way they are acting and how it is, how they actually conduct these activities, right? And or even if haven't gotten any extra information about this, I haven't gotten any details on how they do these things, right? I i can process it. I have information from my own personal life experience of dealing with these people, as well as energetic data. It's very negative and very harmful. So if you're not a channel of psychic medium, if you don't have extra sensory perception, even if you do, and you're not called to do light work, you can have a simple sweet arrangement that you will in spite of not having all of these things or these responsibilities of life purposes, you still have gotten this home which you need to now enjoy in peace. We need to cultivate more peace in the cosmos. There has been too much chaos in the world, too much chaos. There always has to be a balance between light side and the dark side. Always. That's why the seraphim have come through. Seraphim are the spectrum, color spectrum, like the angels, of course, but their colors are the color spectrum of the light and the dark, singularity. The Gota's theory of colors. Y'all can check it out on YouTube. I might post the link today and watch the video lecture. So Newton's color spectrum was colors that we see in the dark, no, that we see normally, that are visible to our eyes. But Gotha included the colors that come as a result of the shadow side. Now, if the light source is from this side, right, and this is a cone, we're throwing red color light here, right? This is the light source, it's red in color, and this is an object that is um, creating a shadow here and receiving the light on this side, right? So you'll see red here, and then you'll see the complementary shadow color that is cyan, cyan. You will see it here in the shadow. The more you zoom in on the shadow, it becomes gray. The more you zoom in on this side, it darker gray, and like eventually then it becomes black, right? And the more you zoom in on here, it becomes white. No matter what color it is, it will look white, and no matter what color it is here, it will look black when you zoom in really close, right? So mm, some of you who do not this is really for 4:04 on the clock. Some of you who do not uh, have 404 error, file not found. If you do not have that file sent to you of the task list that you're supposed to be doing light work, you're supposed to be balancing the dark light and the dark, what you're supposed to be doing is holding space for peace. Holding space for peace. And let me tell you, no one's going to ask you to hold space for chaos. It's just going to happen. Chaos is randomness. It just emerges. There's chaos theory, there's mathematics around this, right? But when it comes to peace and cosmos and harmony, these things need to be cultivated. That's why the seraphim, which is singularity, right? There are four archangels that form the supreme archangel, that is the seraphim, and they are the entities, the angels of source, the source of the soul, the source of the universe, God Spirit, Holy Spirit, whatever resonates with you, right? Your higher self, collective consciousness is all that one, that is that source. Collective consciousness from the perspective of the celestial realms is heaven. So collective consciousness, singularity from the perspective of the darker realms, the underworld, is hell, right? That's why it's you're both light and the dark. This is the seraphim. There are four archangels that make up the supreme archangel, the seraphim, which is at source, whether it be heaven, hell, or earth. They are made out of light colors as well as dark colors. They're made up of four archangels. Michael, Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, Archangel Gabriel, and Archangel Lucifer. Now, as we know, Archangel Lucifer was thrown into a cage in hell by Archangel Michael, right? Because he disobeyed God. Archangel Gabriel is in other mythology, in the Norse mythology, is equated to Loki, the trickster, the mischief maker. So both there are two angels, Michael and Metatron. Let's just say they come from the light side, and Gabriel and Lucifer come from the dark side, right? Doesn't it by no means am I trying to say that Michael and Metatron don't make mistakes? And by no means am I trying to say that Gabriel and Lucifer were wrong and liars. No, they are not. Right? So there's always at source in at the core of everything there is singularity, and singularity is coming in to balance it out, the the light side and the dark side. So you are supposed to sit uh, people, many divine counterparts, especially divine feminines right now, even if you do have a purpose, right? It's like assignments and things like that. You're right now at this moment, the divine feminine counterparts are being asked to hold space for peace, right? And defend that, stand for yourself, defend that. If they're sending bots, like if they are controlling birds and to spy on you, to harass you, call in the ravens, call in the ravens, they will protect you. I've just noticed that. Call in the eagles and the hawks, they will drive away all the nuisance making birds. They will definitely shred the drones, spy drones, that are in the shape of birds. They will shred them to pieces. You can communicate, you can take action to protect your home, your sacred home, that is meant to for you to live the rest of eternity in union with your divine counterpart, the divine masculine. Let's get some tarot on this now. Let's get some tarot on this. I loved speaking to you all so far with oracle cards. This is us, the hero, the Knight of Pentacles, on a spiritual path. This card, this knight speaks about the spiritual path, being on the spiritual path, and now it's a new beginning. It's a new chapter. We have leveled up, baby, and so this is what they're thinking. They know that your person knows. They just suddenly know now. The more you hold space for peace and unconditionally receive their energy, whatever it might be, your divine counterpart's energy, just to learn and observe, right? The more they are going to awaken to the stage you all are at, where your counterpartship is at right now. King of Swords. They're thinking about this with for the first time very clearly from a place of balance, being able to see the negative side of things as well as the positive sides of things. Like, how is it going to affect their actual life, actual life? They're looking at it from both the perspective, the 3D materialist world perspective, as well as the spiritual perspective. Because they have created something in the this is the Eight of Pentacles. They've created something in the 3D world, and it's all come together. It's just that they're trying to see if it has both the elements, if it has the physical plane elements as well as the spiritual dimension existence. And also, like, is there any mental and it's like because they've created an intellectual property by uh so let's say they have created this object. Okay, it's like an object, right? It's a household object, and it's happening in their mind for now. Okay, it's they're designing it in their mind, this object, which bridges it builds a bridge between science and spirituality. That is actual physical science and spirituality, and in between is the mind that has been able to uh, think about physics as well as spirituality in an equal measure and create the design for this in their mind. So they have created, they have cre- they have created and designed their career based on this exact phenomena, this through this method, right, of considering physics, the physical laws of nature and existence, and the the 3D world, as well as the spiritual world. They have created that entire career, their profession, the way that their method has been this. And they are also reminding, this reminder is coming through, that they're also telling divine feminine, you have also created your entire life based on balance. They know it, they know it, and they admire it. They have, it's like they're saying that they've learned from you. They're thinking so deeply that they've learned from you to uh, to be in a state of balance no matter what it is that is happening. You've always thought about the three material world you've as well as the spiritual aspects in equal measure, and that's why you have been able to create the mind space uh, that will be the bridge between science and spirituality. You're living your entire life, your career, and a career is the thing that comes out into the public eye, right? You are recognized through your profession and what you do, what work you do. Your work it becomes, that is what comes out into the open. And they have also realized that, hey, I've also done the same thing, and they're thinking very deeply about it, like how it has all worked out. Look at that, they're thinking very, very deeply about it, they're meditating on it. And if they're also thinking like they kind of missed out on something, like with the Four of Cups here, it showed up earlier as well. It's not it's they feel that they're still missing that last piece of information, or they're missing out an opportunity. They're thinking they're missing out on some kind of arrangement or opportunity to actually be able to sit down, think about it, and formulate that ultimate, like I said, like, this object, like, get the get the complete design aspects and commercial aspects, as well as how it's going to change energies and all of that data compiled in a report, like, object product specifications and everything. They're not getting a chance to do that activity. This could very well be metaphorical, or it could be it could concern their career, the next chapter of their career at large. We have the Nine of Pentacles here as well, so they definitely know that they are on a very highly spiritually oriented path. Like their soul is on the divine counterpart aspects of the journey. They might not know this as terms, or might not relate to it um, in this terminology, but it's like that knowing. They know that they are what we call a divine masculine, divine counterpart to that divine feminine, divine counterpart. They know you are there. They are one and only, like, princess, queen, and goddess. And they know that they are your they are your one in they are just give me a second. um they are your prince, king, and god. They know it. There's a deep knowing, there's a soul knowing to this. All right, let's continue with the next set of cards. What are they feeling? This is what they're thinking about. I think that for many of you, there is some kind of uh, there definitely something that you are going to create together. That is what I think, that is what they are missing out on. Like, even if they're trying to think about what am I missing, it's like you're supposed to. This is an alliance. You're supposed to be working with your divine counterpart, right? Or the twin flame collective. This is looking like an alliance between the light side and the dark like, messages coming from the light side and the dark side, and they're kind of mistaking it for, like, having to work with uh the uh the karmics. But all of that is done. Like, the karmics are like this, basically like dead energy. We've elevated too far. We graduated, like, for what feels like a long time ago. And in the higher dimensions in this realm, like, it's like where- the dimension in this, where this your home or realm is, for divine counterparts, like in that realm, like possibly 1 Earth hour is equal to, like you spend 1 hour on Earth, it is like a 100 Earth months or years, possibly. Hey, I'm not exaggerating the mathematics, because there is no time in this dimension. Like, your time is irrelevant. It's a very, very, very different relevant. It's a relevant of eternity. I'm not even talking about infinity. It's eternity. So if you had to do comparative, so to be able to come to a product or intellectual property, you are going to have to work with your divine feminines on this, divine masculines. And I think they're feeling it, like, I've missed out on an opportunity to, I'm missing out on an opportunity to work with her. They're feeling that. Not too long, masculines. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen in time. The feeling, the very slow progression of time. It's time for, like, again, home, 10 of Cups. Here, it's time to the Hermit card here at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, it's time to make. It's time to make way towards happily ever after, because you're really stressing out in these karmic situations, because now that Earth has graduated from out of karma into dharma, um, any slightest bit of association with a karmic, they're still alive. Their bodies are still there, and it's like their energies are completely deactivated, so they're all dysfunctional, disoriented, and have become extremely spiteful. All of their abilities have been completely deactivated, that they were like literally harvesting from your our divine masculines, right? And keeping them in like really low vibes and low spirits. And now it is just full blown toxic and anxiety. Like, this is what they were doing to the divine masculine collective, making them feel old and drained. And uh, y'all also might have felt this, like, when we do switch polarities, this is not a one way journey. It's a two-way journey. We do switch polarities, sometimes very, very fast. Like, in a span of uh, a day, we might have switched the polarity almost 4 times, along with the twilights that happened, the 4 twilights that happened throughout the 24 hours, right? So, one might have felt that your divine masculines might have pushed you to see where they are at, so that you can, switch back into your divine feminine polarity. You can reach out to them and give them some hints on how to get out of this, and identify more of these sirens and succubi and incubi who are karmics, who are these toxic karmics, these energy harvesters, these really, really vile human beings, like, vile waste of entities, like in human form, right? So now just being around them, or even the thought of being around them, they're getting nightmares. They're getting nightmares in the middle of the night. Obviously, they're getting nightmares and waking up in the middle of the night. They're having sleepless nights because of these nightmares that keep coming through. Like, am I going to have to live my entire life like this, with these karmics and these toxic people in my life who manipulate me and keep me pinned down and drained, when, when I'm actually when I'm actually stepping into my spiritual home. My soul has reached that happily ever after, that eternity, that moksha, the heaven, for good, for good. They're feeling their spirit and soul in that happily ever after. And when they think about what is actually happening in their spiritual, in their material world, it's like their mind is like, uh, they're feeling drained, they're feeling anxious. There's so much negative energy pent up and being shoveled at them by the karmics, the dead energy karmics. They have nothing to give, so they're just like lingering around like ghosts, like copies of the divine feminine, even if they're male or female. A 1717, as I said, that is basically the number for envy and jealousy and competitiveness and all the things, ego, right? With the seven deadly sins. 717 is the number for union, harmonious union, a twin flame union, right, within yourself. And ego is external. So 1717 is a number when a karmic is sending the evil eye to you, and because they are functioning with the perspective of one or more or all of the deadly sins. So they know, they feel, so the divine masculines have actually are really, like, their soul, how can I put this, their soul, the divine masculine's energetic body, right, energetic body, the intuition, the soul, right, is in the home, the higher dimensional homes for the divine counterpart, your home, the divine feminine, that you're going to be sharing with your divine counterpart, right? Their soul, their consciousness, their spirit has reached there permanently, happily ever after. It's time, divinely orchestrated. The soul has reached there, right? They have graduated from being a twin flame on a solo journey, right? Solo journey in the past, looking behind, right? On a solo journey. They're reflecting on their journey, the solo journey, reflect, right? They're reflecting on it in their mind, right? But in the physical plane, they might still be like, in their karmic family, in the home that they uh, lived with their karmic spouse and family, karmic family, or working in a place that is made out of the extended karmic family, friends, and extended friend circle, business network, work network, that is very, very, very ego based, right? So they might be still physically in the situation, in their body, their physical body might be in the same places, interacting with the same people and using the same objects that that they needed to be with and interact to be with because of some heavy karma that needed to be released through their hands, through their hands. They're physically still there. They have now compiled all of the karmic information, turned it into gold, and they're going to offer it. They don't know who to offer it to, that entity. This is an so they've given it to the spirit guide, right? um yeah, they've given it in the hands of the spirit guide, but it is still there. It has still not been processed. They see it, and then they're setting up, like, their mind is so anxious. It's like, I know this happily ever after is right here, right under, behind all of this mental anguish and these nightmares. These nightmares are only here because we are still on standby, like, big happy changes are coming. Yes, the big happy changes are coming. They're divinely orchestrated. They're coming, right? They are. It's they are here already for the soul. But in the physical world, yes, they are coming. But the Knight of Pentacles, this is the Ghoul Prince that the new spirit guides are showing up in the night suits of the tarot. So the new spirit guide that is showing up in the Knight of Pentacles card, I call him. I was given this term, the Ghoul Prince, right? The Ghoul Prince, the Knight of Pentacle, and it they are these new spirit guys that are showing up as knights. They're showing up as a specific knight that is completely detached from any house or any home, which is called the knight errant, right? So the Ghoul Prince is also, the new spirit guides are all knight errants of the knight errant category. They do not associate with anything, not even the group. They don't even associate with other knight errants. They are completely independent, right? So our divine masculine is the reason why they have become a divine counterpart, and you all have met in this physical world reality, possibly at quite a young ages, because their soul, their previous incarnations were all free from attachments, free from any attachments, and all based in faith, all practicing faith, unbiased. I'm going to live in the 3D world doing spiritual work, and let's see what comes out of it. They still they is But the thing is that our divine masculines, especially, like, there is this, the ones that are getting the Knight of Pentacles too frequently, right? 404, as I saw on the clock, they have been, bu- like, I'm sure, like, they have been celibate in celibate in their last lifetime, right? Celibate but and single in their last lifetime, or probably all lifetimes. Like, I don't know why I feel compelled. It's like, why it came true to me for my divine masculine counterpart, that it's like their energy is like that. When I go take their energy far back, to the beginning, we had the first lifetime we had it together in a different galaxy. So the second lifetime, they were sent to Earth, and I was sent to around the cosmos, right? And they were on Earth lifetime after lifetime, celibate and single, not attaching themselves to anything, like doing spiritual work, being a knight errant. And talking about celibate and single, right? So the hermit card showing up here. They feel, they know their soul is used to being celibate and single, and if they've had any dalliances, it's the time when the divine feminine counterpart decided to visit them, or uh, they remembered in past lifetimes when my divine masculine counterpart just last week just suddenly remembered when they met me in their past lifetimes, and it might have been for a very short period of time, like less than a day, or very rarely multiple times, like you know they always knew how to call me to earth, and then I my energy was just present there, but they had no idea particularly of the life of the person. So it was a very mysterious connection previously, and in this lifetime they had asked to be married to me and live this happily ever after in the physical world reality. So my divine masculine counterparts, just like your divine masculine counterparts, really know where they're at when it comes to the soul's journey. So celibate and single is like it. I'm not trying to say that they never ever did anything, but they know that they have this deep soul knowing that they never ever did anything before this lifetime physically with another person, uh, or energetically with another person. So they have always been loyal to you, but in this lifetime they feel that they have given their energy, and both of y'all have indulged in physical intimacy with many other partners. So even as star seeds, I know that there was definitely no energetic uh, intimacy or physical intimacy with my highest level soulmate that I was with. Um, in this alliance, 144,000 alliance, right? They were definitely a night errand, so they're used to working. Like even if there's like groups and a lot, like this community and everything going on around them, they are doing their own thing. They're used to it. They're used to it since they were a child. So they've always felt like an alien in their karmic family, in their karmic friend circle, extended karmic family. Like everything is so external to them and so egoistic, and nothing is spiritual. That's what is causing them so much anxiety. Finally, when they have stepped into the happily ever after, and then they see that there's this love child that's going to come out, King of Swords and the Queen of Swords, like the love child, they know that they're going to have a child, and they're they're so anxious about the safety of this child, and they're like, right now they're unable to visualize when this life situation, being surrounded by karmics, even after having taken all the karmic uh, energy data, deactivating all of them, taking it, compiling it into a small pocket like energy, and handing it over to the ghoul prince, the new spirit guide that are around them. And but then this the Knight of Pentacles, like I was saying, is a very slow night, and they should know because it's a knight errant, and it's the Knight of Pentacles, the spiritual journey night, right? They should know, like uh, like They should know because of their loyalty, the ability of this energy to be extremely loyal and extremely meditative and extremely contemplative. It moves very slow, it moves very sincerely, it does justice to each and every second of time, because though time is an illusion in the higher, time is irrelevant when you look at it from a high dimensional perspective. These God, the spirit guides, angels, archangels, advanced human souls, whatever it might be, they they do respect time. They do respect time as a separate dimension that is part of our cosmos. And when these spirit guides are here on Earth and looking at time from a third density perspective, from a physical plane perspective, as something being of a higher dimension, they are going to respect that point of view. They are going to respect that point of view, right? So this energy is leaving very slowly, and the physical reality is, they're still not being able to see uh, the the spiritual dimension that has opened up in their physical world reality. We have the Queen of Swords here. They see, they want to tell you to rest a lot. Like, meet me in my dreams, like, so meet me in the dreamscape so that we can be together. There's something in here that it means something. Maybe you should practice some lucid dreaming and astral projection, lucid dreaming, astral projection, meditation, to meet your divine counterparts in the dreaming, right? We have the Chariot here. Here, the Moon card, like, the dream realm. You'll need to meet in the dream realm, in the subconscious realm. Uh, because there is some, these entities have, uh, these karmics, these beings are these caretakers of the dreaming, like, they are kind of trying to crush these pests, these bugs that are bothering you. But it's like they need to hear from both the divine feminine and the divine masculine together for the instructions to identify who's infiltrating the subconscious and the dreaming. And it's like they're feeling the anxiety in their dreamings, in their dreams. So that's why they're asking you to come in and uh, lucid dream, astral projection, project and lucid dream with them. Connect with them in the dreams, and you all need to clear your dreamscape. And like I was saying, they they are like parasites and bottom feeders. They're feeding off of your dream, the mental energy in by entering your subconscious realm through the dreams. This person that I was hosting was so shamelessly doing that. Like, she didn't even have the shame to be like, um she had gotten so desperate because she knew that, it was her end, an inevitable end. So desperately she was thinking that, maybe if I perform, I will survive. If I beat her, and steal her mental energy and ideas and put it out there in front, start talking about all of these different things, um, uh, that I have harvested from her subconscious, from her dreaming. If I make her drowsy and sleepy and make her go into dream state, like if I can drug her, I can sit there and chant these mantras and enter her mind. She used to do that so shamelessly and so blatantly, and oh my god, it was so disgusting. Like it's making me want to throw up. But like it's like they have like attacked your mind and they're hiding there, and these beings, these inorganic beings, these caretakers of your dream realms, they need to be activated and they need to be sent to trample on snakes, crush these bugs, right? um there's something about the divine, the three of you all working together, the divine feminine, the divine masculine, and the higher self, the combined, the collective higher self in the dream realm. Like, maybe you are just creating these beings that are going to go and trample on these snakes and these pests and these bugs temporarily, like go and crush them together. 717, as I said that, like, all right, I'm just going to get one of the Lenormand, or one Lenormand oracle for each of this. Sorry, I'm not doing any clarifications. And it's like they want to speak to you in the dream realm specifically about um, destroying these, building a strategy to destroy these snakes and bugs in your collective dreaming. They possibly have reached out to their mother, or mother figure who they trust, who's recently snapped out of a spell, like a curse that was put on her, that was not allowing them to see the best interest of their son or daughter, whoever is the um, or just this matriarch who has just appeared out of nowhere, maybe a relative or a friend of the family who they never knew existed, who was this ascended spiritual master that has been sent, like like I said, the new spirit guides. um I've identified the knights, but there are other types of spirit guides, and suddenly this ascended master type of spirit guide is coming through, this new, like, they're here for a very short while to make this arrangement, maybe that's coming through. And there is something about the actual mother of our divine masculine counterparts that is that has that does a lot of dream work and dream analysis, lucid dreaming, and all of that thing. They're telling you that dream, get into the your dream analysis work, let's talk in the dreams, let's meet in the dreaming. This home, sure, this is a different space, this is not the dreaming, right? They're asking you to meet them in the dreaming. This is what they want to say, that meet in the dreaming fast. Get on a chariot, do it one way or the other, meet me in the dreaming. Why? Because we need to trample on these snakes, crush these bugs. They're saying we have help. We have help. Yeah, they're missing the feeling that they're missing out on the opportunity to propose to you. or they're thinking very deeply about it. This is the thinking, right? They're thinking very, 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 very deeply about this, of possibly all the previous times, like, they missed out on an opportunity of asking you out 404, as I said that, like, they're not finding it anywhere in the past where they've actually extended their cup of love, or um asked you out, like, even once, or even said, like, I love you, or expressed their feelings even once, like, so they're thinking deeply about it, um of how they haven't done this, and that is something that they're missing out on, like Four of Cups, like, they're missing out on this experience. Like I said, it's about a child. Jack of Spades, that is the Knight of Swords. Maybe there is a child, like, they know of, like, or they have experience. They're worried about this child's safety.
It's 11 o'clock.
They're worried about this child's safety, or there is a, like, there are some children that they know of, maybe their friends' children, who have been, like, maybe one got kidnapped or something, got abducted. That incident has happened, or maybe they were always under the threat of being kidnapped or abducted, or they were actually abducted, um, as a child and left alone somewhere, right? um, Either that they were actually abducted, or they have always lived, that they have lived their entire childhood under that threat, and this under that threat and that fear that they're going to be abducted, and to for their safety they have had to probably live away from their family, with strangers in very strange places, deep within the forest, in safe houses, etc., right, as a child. And when they grew up, like, this fear this fear linger, this feeling that, children can get abducted, the fear for, like, children getting abducted or being under the threat of being abducted, reflected in their extended families or their immediate families. Um, uh, so their generations, parents, their divine masculine generations of friends who had just turned parents, always, like, displayed that same fear or concern for their child, and that came, they're feeling very concerned for the well-being of their child now, like, when it comes to them thinking about their child. um, they're definitely hiding the information about their child from the Akashic record, especially a girl child. They're hiding the information in the hiding their feelings about their child, and how they feel about their child. If they have a child, they are keeping a distance, keeping that child very hidden and secure for right now, because they're worried about the karmic spouse that they've had probably had this child with, or other karmic family members, um finding out, like, it's like they're thinking deeply about this future child with you, right? They might have gone and, said something about wanting to, knowing that they're going to have a child with us divine feminines. They must have gone and said that to them, like, blurted out. And that's what is causing them anxiety. Maybe they're getting or waking up in the middle of the night and calling out your name and saying the name of the child. So they're trying to literally consciously hide this information, energetic, emotional, physical, whatever, like information on this child, this girl child. They're really trying to hide it, and it's causing them a lot of anxiety. It's just like they're able to see so far into the happily ever after, that's eternal happily ever after. Now, like, so in this present moment, it's really stressing them out because their physical world reality isn't reflecting it at whatsoever. um One more card for divine masculine counterparts. Yes, it's going to get there. For even divine feminine counterparts, like, hold space for peace and their energy or whatever they're going through, whether it be mental energy, whether it be emotional energy, whether it be their spiritual energy, whatever it might be. Just hold space for it, in peace, like, with peace. Divine feminines. Yeah, this child is promised. The stork, Queen of Cups, the Queen of Hearts. It's mutual. They've possibly given the dreamscape information of this child in the hands of a spirit guide 717. As I said, that spirit guide in the dreaming, this being in the dreaming, which has now, this person, this lady, has appeared in the material world reality. Maybe there were other people, karmics, who had posed to be this, posed as being this energy, because they knew that there was this matriarch energy, looking, like they must have hired some practitioners, asked astrologers, like, to find out about who is watching over them, the divine masculines and the divine, and us as well, divine feminines, because they sense that there is a feminine energy that is helping them. And for karmics, it's like they are always trying to figure out who's there in physical form. They don't really understand energies and, souls and spirits and things like that. So they were trying to ask for physical descriptions and like, behaviors. What do they talk about? How do they, like, um, treat the divine masculine? The past practitioners were basically telling them energetic qualities about this um, motherly energy, physical features, like how would it translate. And these people have just tried to copy it. And this is actually a subconscious, uh, energy in the subconscious, in the dreaming, right? So that's why it's connected to the divine masculine more than the divine feminine counterpart. It's not like the divine feminine counterpart isn't connected to this entity, but it's speaking more to the divine masculine counterpart, right? So in the dreaming, and many karmics have tried to interfere when this person has tried to connect with the divine masculine counterpart in the dreaming. And in physical reality, they have just copied and imitated this energy, and the divine masculine might have uh, not known how to tell the difference for a very long time, and they suddenly realize that, they've been fooled. And they want to tell, they the thing is, but like in physical world, in 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 actual physical reality, if they can't, they won't be able to talk to you the way they can about subconscious things, dreamscape things in the dreaming. That's why they're, they're wanting to communicate with you in the dreaming, right? So this matriarch is basically this mother figure energy in the subconscious, in your dreaming, in the dreaming, is the babysitter and like a fairy godmother, like a guardian for your baby. In the dreaming, your baby is here, and you might have felt connected to a lot of women who were faking this energy, and initially that initial introductions were very caring. Like I was saying, talking about this person that I recently hosted, she came off as this queen of pentacles, very caring and nurturing towards me in the initial stages. Once she had gotten access and she had made sure that she can live in my house, she just turned so wild, minging wild, like, like rotten shit, like a gut spewing, like, that kind of mental imagery. I can give you that kind of disgusting 24 by 7 permanently. And that I had to scream and yell at her to get through to her about the basics of being a normal, simple, good soul. And she was completely incapable. So I understood that she's that imposter. She's that bottom feeding parasite, who was trying to imitate this energy, this caretaker baby energy. And she had somehow uh, harvested some kind of mental energy from me over an extended period of a year or so, and she had started dreaming about having this baby. And when I did a check in the Akashic records, like, I it was just a lie, it was just a borrowed theme of things. Maybe she heard it somewhere in tarot reading channels and things like that, that you will see your baby in your dreams, or I might have said that sometime, like, somewhere. So she made it her made it look, she fake she wanted that aspect also. I also dream about my baby, and if you force your dreaming to dream about something, you will dream it, like, uh, or she was just outright lying about being this entity. But there is a real entity in the subconscious realm, in the dream realm, um you know who is using birds from the dream realm in the right way to send, to take your child, uh, your baby around in the dreaming. It's like a very caretaker, babysitter kind of an energy here for your baby. And now this energy has found a physical, uh, like, they have just appeared out of nowhere with a full, like, physical form as well as a life. They've appeared into your divine masculine's physical life. So I'm getting this calm, soothing energy, and they're telling you to sleep. So this is the waking, thinking, and thoughts and communication, the King of Swords. And then there's the divine counterpart. They're asking you to sleep. They're asking you to sleep and connect in the sleeping with them, so that we can get rid of this imposter. And they're like, we don't have to get our hands dirty. No, we will meet, and we will be hanging out like this, and we will be creating a subconscious, a dreaming entity that will go and crush this imposter for us. And it's like the fairy tale. It's like the beginning of the fairy tale. Like, this is when Cinderella is going to the ball, and they're like, they're sending this kind of energy also, like, won't you get ready and come. They're asking you to get ready and come to possibly a Valentine's Day celebration or a party that they're going to. Um, they're asking you to do that. They're like, we've been at these crossroads for a very long time, like the Queen of Diamonds showing up here. Like, we've been at this crossroads many times, and it's going to happen till we actually pick the right route. We've been at the crossroad very many times. What we have ended up doing is that it's like the reflector showing up here as well. So the divine masculine is trying to say is like we've been at this crossroad many times and have had to turn back and deal with a lot of things before we take the right path, right? Split and then meet in the end. Or like, we have we've started from here and we've reached the crossroad where our paths merge. That every time we reach a crossroad and we met, we have had to reflect and go back and course correct something, right? So they're saying that we are in the same place again, but they're saying that this is for the last time. um and they see this chariot empty. They look at this chariot is empty because you might have previously, like, you might have previously taken up this offer, and they now see you not doing that. You all might have energetically being called. You all might be used to doing this. Like, they ask you to sit in your chariot all dressed up and everything magically appear in front of them, and you have this magical interaction. um, and they turn around and start reflecting on what does standing still reveal, or um, at the crossroad, not saying anything to you, not interacting with you, missing out on the opportunity to express their feelings, true feelings to you to ask you out, to propose to you. You'll have done this. They know that it has happened before. They're wanting to say that, won't you do this again one more time? But they know that you're not taking it up this time. That is the Four of Cups that they're feeling. They're saying it out loud as well. Like, I can hear it. I know you are, this time around, your chariot's going to be empty. I'm not going to have my princess, queen, and goddess at the party. They're asking you to possibly connect on the night of the new moon. Like, start is night of the new moon, connecting with you, where the moon is, like, from that point onwards. It's something about the full moon. Like, you can start connecting with them like a couple of days before the a couple of nights before the new moon. Like, start practicing that. um they're also saying, but in the dreaming, I know this chariot is empty because you're there with me. Your chariot is empty because we are together. And a chariot is waiting to take us both away, to not take us both away, take us both around the dreaming, our dream home. This is the actual spiritual realm home, and then also, like, representing this dream home that has come out in this, what is it that they want to say section. All right. I'm I'm reaching 2 hours of this message, and it was lovely. And I will see you in the next reading. Bye. Please like, share, and subscribe if you want me to channel your specific stories and situations.